In the breathtaking silence of India's most ancient temples, where the scent of incense weaves through stone statues thousands of years old, a question lingers like a ghost. Why has the Creator been forgotten? Among the millions of radiant deities praised every day, why does Brahma, the one who drew your very destiny, the one who molded every atom in your body, not have a place to dwell in the hearts of mankind? This is not just a distant myth. It is a tragedy of attachment, an eternal sentence, and a brutal lesson on the price of creation. Today, I will take you beyond the boundaries of time, entering the realm of Brahmaloka to decode the greatest mystery of the Hindu universe. The story of Brahma, the forgotten creator. Let us travel back through the tides of time to a moment when the very concept of time was not yet born. The world back then was an infinite emptiness, a vast night without stars, without sound, where even the notion of existence did not yet prevail in the void. Within that eternal darkness, Brahman, the ultimate, infinite, and formless reality, began a gentle vibration, fragile as a breath. It was a desire to experience, a longing to see its own beauty through the mirror of matter. That divine vibration condensed, emitting a magnificent heat and forming an entity as brilliant as a million suns converging. The Golden Egg Hiranyagarbha. That egg drifted in the void for billions upon billions of human years, silent yet carrying the heartbeat of all future galaxies. Every physical law, from the expansion of space to the gravitational pull of planets, every soul, from single-celled organisms to the supreme gods, and even our destiny at this very moment, lay sleeping within that radiant golden shell. And then, when the divine moment arrived, a thunderous crack shattered the eternal silence. A fracture appeared on the surface of Hiranyagarbha, and from it, a beam of pure, blinding light erupted so intense that the primordial darkness vanished. In that brilliant halo, Lord Brahma stepped forth. He sat majestically upon a pure white lotus, the absolute symbol of purity rising from the dark mud of the void. His form was the crystallization of supreme wisdom, with four faces looking toward the four corners of the sky, ensuring that no hidden corner of the universe lay beyond his sight. Each face was more than just a countenance. It was the living embodiment of the four Vedas, Rig, Sama, Yajur, and Atharva, the treasure trove of all human knowledge. Every word he spoke became a law of the universe established forever, from the rhythmic heartbeat of a child to the operation of the stars in the high heavens. Brahma began the work of a great architect. He did not use his hands to mold clay like a common craftsman. He created through the boundless power of consciousness, known as manas. He closed his eyes in a state of deep meditation, and within his magnificent imagination, galaxies began to form, swirling like golden dust motes in the morning sun. He opened his eyes, and the firelight from his gaze became the radiant sun and the gentle moon. He uttered the sacred sound, Om, the primordial sound containing all vibrational frequencies of life. According to the command of that sound, water began to flow downstream, fire began to burn with warmth, and space began to expand infinitely according to his will. The universe at this moment was like a giant canvas, waiting for the final strokes to become complete. However, Brahma realized that this universe, though perfectly orderly, still lacked a core element. It lacked the soul of art, knowledge, and emotion. To fill that void, he split himself, extracting the most refined and pure essence to create Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom and music. If Brahma built the raw structure, the sturdy stone walls of the cosmic house, then Saraswati was the one who breathed life into that house, with the melodious tunes of her veena, with soaring verses, and the vibrant colors of human emotion. Under the union of the Creator and the goddess of wisdom, the world became vibrant, radiant, and so magnificent that even the supreme gods Vishnu and Shiva had to bow in admiration. But the tragedy also began from that very brilliance. An obsession with his own creation, a feeling that was meant only for the mortal realm, seeped into the mind of the Creator. Brahma lost the stillness and the detachment inherent in a deity, falling into the vortex of attachment. He wanted to possess the beauty of Saraswati, wanting to follow her wherever she went. To satisfy that desire, He performed an act that went against all divine laws. He grew a fifth face, looking directly up into the high sky. This act was like a crack in the mirror of the universe, distorting the nature of pure creation and turning divine power into selfish ego. The universe began to tremble violently before this deviation. From the shadows of destruction, Lord Shiva, in the fierce form of Bhairava, appeared with a roar that echoed through the 10 directions. For Shiva, creation only has meaning when it is accompanied by liberation and letting go. Brahma had made a fatal mistake by allowing desire to dominate his divine mind. In a world-shaking moment, with a slash from a razor-sharp fingernail, Shiva severed Brahma's fifth face. It was a devastating but necessary punishment to restore the inherent order. Accompanying the physical pain was an eternal sentence. Because you allowed desire to defile creation, the world will no longer worship you as a supreme deity. Your name shall fade from the sacrifices, and your temples will be as sparse as autumn leaves. That curse has operated through thousands of years of history. Today, while Shiva and Vishnu have millions of magnificent temples, Brahma is left with only a few humble abodes like the temple in Pushkar. He has retreated deep into Brahmaloka, continuing his work in absolute solitude. Each of his days, a kalpa, is so long that all the pain and the most brilliant empires of mankind are but tiny grains of sand passing in a flood. In that silence and forgetfulness, Brahma does not complain. He has realized the ultimate lesson. The greatest creator is the one who knows how to step back after the work is done. He is like a mother who endures the pain of childbirth. After the child is born and utters its first cry, she smiles quietly from afar, watching the child walk on its own feet. Mankind's forgetfulness of Brahma is, in truth, a hidden blessing for humanity. It allows the laws of nature to operate freely without the interference of any individual will. His breath is still present in every stroke of an artist's brush, every line of a programmer's logic, and in your own aspiration to rise every morning. Brahma teaches us that the true value of a human life does not lie in how many people chant your name, but in the legacy and the beautiful values you leave behind for this world after you are gone. Brahma may be forgotten in temples made of stone, but he will forever exist in the DNA of all creation on this earth. If the story of the forgotten creator has touched the deepest corners of your heart, help us spread this knowledge by hitting like and subscribing to my. Leave a comment. Create if you are ready to write a brilliant script for your own life with wisdom and letting go. Thank you for listening, and always remember, even in the deepest silence, the greatest plans of the universe are quietly being formed for you.